Hey guys, welcome to our virtual open house. This is going to be for Algebra 1. My name is Mrs. Rayleigh and I am your child's Algebra 1 teacher here at Lamb High School. I have my contact information on the screen. The best way to get a hold of me is through email. It is rayleighs@leonschools.net. You can try the school phone, but because we're on block scheduling, we are in the classroom most of the time. There are days where we don't even have any planning time at all. So the best way to reach us is definitely through that email. So please make sure that if you need something, you contact me through that email address. So I've got a couple things I want to go through and talk about. We need to have Remind set up. So most of you have already joined my Remind, and I hope you're getting my messages. They seem to be very helpful. Last year when we went into our emergency mode, luckily I already had Remind set up. So it was something that made life a lot easier. It also helps me communicate with you as a group of parents and of students. So those codes are up here on the screen. If you have not joined the Remind group, please text that code to that number that is listed there and join in. If you still don't have credit for that, I have a few unclaimed parents that maybe don't have the same name or joined after I set it up the first couple of weeks. And if your child has not received credit for you joining, please just let me know and I will make the adjustment in the grade book, and we can show you where that is in a little bit. But make sure you join my Remind, and hopefully those messages are helping you out. So I'd like to talk first about the EOC for this class, because this is the one class you have to pass the EOC in order to graduate from high school. Now others, they will affect your grade. However, this is the one that decides if you graduate from high school. You've got to have that check mark for mathematics for this one, this test, the Algebra 1 EOC, in order to get your graduation, or get your diploma, from high school. It counts as 30% of your grade as well, so you can see the breakdown. Each 9 weeks you earn 17.5% from your 9 weeks grade. But then the EOC all by itself counts for 30% of your grade for the entire year. So not only is it a pass-fail, it is also a 30% part of your grade. Now, we at Leon High School have had extreme success in getting kids through this exam. We do not teach the test, but if kids are successful in the class, then they are usually successful on that exam. So if they can just stay on track, hopefully we can get them to where they need to be before we get to that EOC. When I get more information about the date for that, I will provide that for you. Okay. Now, to talk about this course for a minute, Algebra is going to be the foundation course. It's a little bit different than anything else they will take in that a lot of the material in this class they know the basics of, but they are going to be building a large amount of information throughout this year. It is going to be a steady build throughout the year. It is a direct course, which is very different than geometry. It is a very application from the direct set of rules. So if they can learn to follow a process, they usually can be successful in Algebra 1. They must show their work. The answer is not the only thing I'm looking for. I'm looking for the process as well. So it's going to be very important for them to learn to show their work, especially because we're starting equations right now. Today, they are supposed to be getting done with their first worksheet on equations. Now, doing repetition is going to be important, having repetition throughout the problems. So you will see them get assignments where they have to do a problem more than one time. That repetition is going to build their strength. We will actually teach equations twice, because repetition on equations and the foundation of being successful on those equations is so important. So please be aware that they can't just do one problem of something and claim they have it mastered. They will not be successful if they do that. They also can't give me just answers. If they do that, they're not learning what they need to from it. So please make sure that they understand and you understand. Without work, they will not earn credit. Okay, so next thing. As for assignments, they will be given assignments daily. Now there may be 1 or 2 assignments in a day. It depends. Remember, each class period is supposed to count for 2 days of class, so they may have 2 assignments on some days. Each assignment is graded for completion. It is not graded for correctness unless there's just some situation where I decide to collect it from them and grade it. That happens maybe twice a year because of an issue of kids not doing what they're supposed to. But as long as they are showing work and they are completing the work, then they will receive a 4 out of 4. If you see any grade that is less than 4 out of 4, then they did either not follow directions, did not show their work, or did not complete the assignment. Now, review assignments are worth twice as much, so make sure that you focus on those review assignments. Those will get you ready for your graded items, the tests and the quizzes. If they miss work, guys, that's okay. I expect them to make mistakes on their homework as long as they're doing the work. They just have to remember that they're responsible to correct their problems. Make sure that they are going through and correcting that. That will affect their folder check. It will also affect their ability to do well on the tests and quizzes that we take in the class. Now, please be aware that I don't check assignments every day. Even though I expect a student to turn in all of their work, I will sometimes write down excused in the grade book for everyone, just straight down. That means I didn't choose to check that assignment that day. If you see that, that doesn't mean that it's not going to hurt their grade or help their grade. It just means that I'm not using that as part of the grade for the 9 weeks. Now, if you see a .1 entered in the grade book, that means that they missed getting that turned in. That could mean that they were out due to an absence, they were called out of the room and didn't get turned in. Whatever the situation, that .1 shows that it needs to be made up. It's like the Z in Focus. If you're used to Focus from last year, it's like that Z. So that makeup work needs to be submitted based on our normal policy. So if they miss one day, they have 1 day to make it up. And please make sure that you get your makeup work submitted on time, or it will change to a 0 that cannot be changed. Now, for help, please, guys, I'm available. I've already been on Zoom this afternoon and helped out a couple of students. I've helped a kid that was having trouble submitting things. I helped one that was having trouble with their geometry. Whatever you're having issues with, please get help. I'm available after school through Zoom. There's also help through our Pi Area National Honor Society group. They can sign up on the Leon's home webpage, and that's going to let them have a sign up for a help session to get assistance with whatever they need. And there are also private tutors. I don't suggest going that route this early, but if they need that, then you can definitely look into that. We have a few, but I will tell you that there aren't as many people tutoring this year as normally are because of the situation, obviously. Now, from here I want to kind of move to Canvas, so I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing this and share to the other screen. And I think both are showing, just on this way of recording, it's showing both of them, but I'm just going to go ahead and make sure. We do this in class. We always share more than we need to. Okay, so over here you're going to see that you have a screen that looks like your child's Canvas. This is in student mode, so you can see it very plainly. This is what I have, like a test student set up here. And this is where you came to get into this video, right here at this spot. Now, this home page has everything they need, from joining the Remind to coming into Zoom every day. If they miss class, the daily plans tell them exactly what they missed that day. Obviously, the video has just been uploaded to the spot right here for the open house video. Unfortunately, it did this yesterday as well. When I'm in the student mode, it won't show me these pictures, but it's going to have right here the red and white days, some stuff about being online. This is the syllabus. I would check that first if you have any questions. That's going to have all the rules and regulations and everything for this class. I also have right here the website for the county. That's going to be how they scan and submit their work. They can get on there at any time. This is going to be connecting them to ClassLink, but they should already be in ClassLink if they are already in Canvas, but it's there. This is going to be for the Leon High School homepage. This is the bell schedules, the red and the white days, so both schedules are on there. I have a little information about me as a teacher, just so you know. I am a veteran teacher here at Atlanta High School. This is my 28th year. I actually have a couple of you out there that I taught before, and now I'm teaching your children. So hello, welcome back. I'm glad to see you here again. It's a little strange to have you in the audience, but I'm glad that you're here. But there's some information about me here on the Meet the Teacher page. Down here, there's going to be a video that helps your child submit onto Canvas. There's also information here about the papers for their folder. They have their first folder check coming up tomorrow for some and on Thursday for others. There's a school supply list on this next one, and then a video on how to scan their work. Now guys, if they need any help with any of those items, scanning, submitting, anything about folders, anything, they just need to contact me. I've helped so many students after school through Zoom and helped them get set on what they needed to do to get caught up. So hopefully, they can, make that call and get on there and get set up and ask whatever questions they need. Now I do want to talk real quick about some things over here. These modules are going to take them to everything they need within the class. You'll see the daily plans come up first. Then they go into their first chapter. This is the stuff we've been working on. That's where they're going to find everything they need. There's also this Office 365 that connects them to their email and all of the information. They have Word and Excel and everything else through here. There are announcements for the class right here. I use Remind, so you won't see me use this very often, but it is here. Here is a second place to try to join the Zoom in case the first one doesn't work, but I would suggest using the one on my homepage. This one's a little tricky sometimes. This takes you to class link if you need to ever go there from here. And then this still gets you into the grades. Now I'm going to click into the grades right here, into the student mode. This is just my test student. I wanted to show you what they look like in here for your student. My grades currently are all in Canvas because we're not transferring yet into Focus for every class. Some teachers started in Focus, but because it's math and we're doing things every day within Canvas, we are currently keeping our grades in Canvas. We're hoping that by next 9 weeks that we will be able to have those automatically upload into Focus and everything will be in one place in Focus, but we haven't gotten there yet. I will notify you through Remind when it does. But these are the way the grades are showing right now. When you see 4 out of 4, you can see that that means they got full credit for that. If you see the EX, that means I did not grade that. Again, 4 out of 4. You'll see you get down here to this point 1. That means they need to still submit that. Please make sure that you take care of that before it's too late to turn those in. Also, right here, you'll see they only earned 2 out of 4. That means they did not complete that assignment. It was a little bit incomplete. It's about half done. They may not have showed work, whatever the situation. Then down here at the quiz, they got a 28 out of 33. You can see that's graded right there. And then as you go down, you're going to see this one is missing. This is the test. It is only missing because this student didn't take the test. Obviously, it's not a real student. I didn't put a grade in yet. That has not been graded yet. It was given on Friday in the second version of it. The other class took it today, so that will not be graded for the next couple of days. Obviously, we're working on this. So it'll take me a couple of days to get that in, but then you'll see the grade for that first test go in. They should be completing this KWS 2-1 and 2-2 tonight or tomorrow, depending on which class they are in. But you can see down here that it's got a couple of different categories, the assignments, the folder checks, the quizzes and tests. You'll see the average for each one, and then you'll see their overall average down here at the bottom. We grade on that 10-point scale, so an 84.55 would put them at a B right now. So hopefully that gives you some information about not only the class, but Canvas as well. If you need me, please feel free to contact me through Remind, and I am looking forward to a good year with your students. Thank you.